Good morning, class. Today we will be going over figurative language and its different elements. We will talk about metaphors, similes, personification, hyperboles, alliteration, and onomatopoeia. A metaphor is a word or phrase that is applied to an object or action to which is not literally applicable. She was boiling mad. This means the woman is very upset. The only thing that can really and literally boil is water. The assignment was a breeze. If a teacher gives you an easy assignment that you finish in a short amount of time, you may talk amongst your peers and say, this assignment was a breeze because it was easy and it was fast. Her voice is music to my ears. This means someone enjoys listening to the voice of this young lady. Her voice is not music, but to whoever is listening to her voice, they feel as if it's music. It's soothing. They love to hear her voice. Her room is a freezer. This means this young lady's room is really, really cold. Your baby is a doll. This is referring to a beautiful baby who you think is very pretty. Now we will talk about similes. A simile is one of the popular forms of figurative language, and most students love to use this form because it's simply a comparison of two things using like or as to compare these things. I have some examples on the screen. Busy as a bee, clean as a whistle, he stands out like a sore thumb, the room is as hot as a desert, they fight like cats and dogs, granddad is slow as Christmas. This is just saying someone is really, really busy. They're very clean. Someone may have on a black and an all-white event, so if they fight like cats and dogs, this may be a reference to two siblings who just cannot get along. And granddad is, as well as Christmas, granddad is pretty slow. Personification gives human-like characteristics to inanimate objects, animals, or ideas. Often seen in children's stories, poetry, and fictional literature. Some examples are opportunity knocked at my front door, meaning opportunities have come into someone's life and they're right in front of their face. The sun slapped her face as she walked outside. This young lady walked outside into the heat, and the first thing she felt was the sun on her face. His brakes yelled as he came to a stop. This means that someone was driving a car with bad or squeaky brakes, and every time he stopped, he could hear the brakes. The vines wove their fingers together to form a vine. These vines are intertwined, torn between each other. The rain played pitter-patter on the windows. It's raining pretty heavily, and you can hear the raindrops hit the window as they fall down. A hyperbole is simply an exaggeration that emphasizes a point, and a hyperbole can be ridiculous or very funny. Your parents have probably told you, I've told you a million times to clean your room. They don't literally tell you a million times, but they've told you more than once. It was so cold, polar bears wore jackets. That just means it's very, very cold outside. She is as skinny as a toothpick. This young lady is very, very skinny. Your car costs trillions of dollars. This means someone has a very luxurious new car that's very beautiful. His brain is the size of a pea. This young man may not have a lot of wisdom and knowledge. He may be missing a couple of pieces in his head. Alliteration is a sound device. It is the repetition of the first consonant sound in several words. You may have heard Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Your teacher may have told you to say that 10 times in a row without messing up, and by the third time you got tongue-tied. This is what alliteration is. You will see alliteration in poetry and in certain other literary works, but definitely in poetry. Alliteration helps you understand and feel the poetic works even more. Some brand name alliteration is Coca-Cola, Krispy Kreme, Bed Bath & Beyond, and Chuck E. Cheese. The last element of figurative language we will discuss is onomatopoeia. This has to be one of my favorite elements of figurative language. It's fun, and you hear it and see it everywhere. When you watch cartoons, when you watch TV, when you read stories. This form of figurative language is when you use words that sound like their meaning or what they're mimicking. For instance, you may hear an alarm go off. And you'll hear beep, 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 or someone honks the horn real long. Beep. If it's raining outside and a burst of thunder comes, you will hear boom. If someone is eating a bag of chips, you will hear a crunch. If someone drops something metal on the ground, you will hear a loud clang. A duck quacks, a cat meows, a dog will roost. And if you are out hunting and you have your guns out, you will hear a loud pow as you shoot down the prey that you're trying to find. I hope you all have got a stronger grasp of figurative language and a few of its elements. If you need any help or further assistance, please contact me and have a great day.